Sonic Crossworlds is awesome. It's really fun. The roster is amazing, the music is great, the tracks are awesome, the racing feels fast and fluid, and as a lifelong Sonic fan living in Mario's shadow, it brings me a lot of joy to see a Sonic game winning. I mean, IGN, the generational Sonic haters, gave Sonic Crossworlds a 9 and Mario Kart World an 8. There's going to be some pretty cool crossovers, like being able to play as a creeper and race through a Minecraft track, or SpongeBob, Hatsune Miku, even Ichiban Kasuga from Yakuza 7. But what I really love about this game, what made me pre-order it instead of waiting like probably 2 months for it to go on a giant sale, is the amazing rival mechanic. If you don't know what it is, basically, before you start a Grand Prix, you'll be given a random rival character, which you also have the option to change to any character you want. The character you're playing as will have a unique bit of banter with the rival character, and you'll also get like more generic dialogue throughout the Grand Prix, like your rival gloating if they're ahead of you, or getting mad if you're beating them. You're also more likely to get taunted by your rival mid-race and vice versa. Honestly, it's not a super deep system or anything, but because I'm a big Sonic autist, this got me so fucking hyped, dude! I think it's a well-known fact that everyone can agree with, that Sonic characters are just way cooler than Mario characters, and have way more personality, and are just way more interesting generally. On YouTube, there's a video of all the unique rival dialogue, and it's nearly 4 hours long. That's 4 hours of unique dialogue between Sonic characters, and not just the generic ones. Like, have you ever wanted to see Jet the Hawk roast Big the Cat?
Hey there, do you like to race too? Do I like to?
Are you kidding me? Do you know who I am?
How about Cream the Rabbit letting Vector know her mum will be more likely to bang her if he lets her win?
You know, Mr. Vector, Mother will be extra happy if I win.
Wait a minute, did you just? You can't pull that on me! Oh man!
My favourite Sonic character, and one of my favourite characters in anything ever, is Silver the Hedgehog. So I was especially eager to see all of his rival interactions. I'm not sure why, he's just like my comfort character, dude. I think it's because he was meant to be like Shadow 2.0, you know? Like he was meant to be the big new Sonic character, epic hedgehog guy who had merch all over the place. Because he debuted in Sonic 06, because he's a whiny little bitch boy who's always getting his ass kicked. No one really likes him. But that's why I love him. That's why I love him, dude. I used to watch this guy called Shadow756 on YouTube a lot as a kid. And he would make these videos about Shadow and Silver like hanging out, reacting to Sonic trailers or whatever. But Shadow would always be fucking Silver over, man. And I felt so bad for him. Like, I just want to hug him and tell him that even if no one else likes him, I think he's cool. Silver Generations when, Sega? Anyway, what was this video about? Oh yeah! Sonic Crossworlds! Duh! That's it. So yeah, the rival system in Sonic Crossworlds is pretty cool, dude. But you know what isn't cool? The fact that like half the roster just won't have any rival interactions or like voice lines in general once all the bonus and DLC characters are out. Yeah. The big unique feature that sold me on this game just doesn't apply to any of the DLC characters. Like, you want to see Shadow the Hedgehog destroy SpongeBob's fun-loving spirit? You want to see Ichiban Kasuga freaking out about how he's meeting all these epic video game characters? You wanted to see Amy Rose and Hatsune Miku make out, dude? Well, no, you can't. No fun allowed. In an interview with Destructoid, Takashi Iizuka, the head of Sonic Team, had this to say in response to being asked why the DLC characters don't have voices. Quote.
In this game, there's a lot of interactions between characters, so if we include voices for the guest characters, that will mean a lot of interaction between them and Sega characters. The scope of the review that we'll have to ask the external companies will become very large. We didn't want to make it difficult for the external company. So that's, I guess, the reason why we decided not to be.
End quote. Basically, he's saying that the DLC characters aren't voiced is because like he didn't want to be annoying to those other companies like Nickelodeon, I guess. I mean, I guess it's true that other companies are more likely to hand over their IPs if they don't have to do as much work in the process.
You know what's bullshit?
Even the bonus Sega characters, besides Miku, don't have voices. Miku gets a voice because, you know, they can just like Vocaloid that shit. But even the bonus Sonic characters don't have voices, bro. And by voices, I don't just mean rival dialogue. I mean like voices, like you know when you hit up the side of the road and you go. They don't even have like that, dude. Like the reason I pre-ordered the game basically was to get the Werehog character. I know I'm a fucking loser, but he doesn't speak, dude. By not speaking, I mean even things like grunting sounds, like or I guess. Surely you could have at least like ripped some generic grunting sounds from Sonic Unleashed or something, right? Or I mean, Roger Craig Smith was right there in the recording booth doing lines for Sonic. Couldn't you just have him record a small handful of sounds and voice lines? Like, even if you don't want to do all the rival dialogue shit, just have him, you know, go,
Roar! I'm the Werehog. Ha ha ha.
or whatever, you know? So some people online, some idiots online are saying, it's because Jason Griffith is the voice of the Werehog. Now that's obvious cope, but okay, sure. What about the Sonic Prime characters? Okay, I admit I've never watched Sonic Prime, but apparently the whole cast is different, what the fuck? Alright, well, what about Super Sonic? Like, this is what made me make this video, alright? So I grinded out a win against all the characters, like all the base characters, to unlock Silver Sonic. That's how you get him in this game. So I won, you know, like 24 Grand Prix or something to get Super Sonic. I get Super Sonic, and I'm like, oh yeah, baby, it's time to go Super Sonic. This is gonna be sick, dude. Like, who do I want a Grand Prix against first? Is Super Sonic. Like, maybe you'll be sick to see how Shadow reacts to Super Sonic. Like, will he be pissed that he can't go Super 2? Or will he be like, I don't need to be Super to beat you, Sonic. Oh man, I'm gonna fucking burn her already, dude. Alright, I'm gonna, no, I'm gonna go Super Sonic versus normal Sonic. That is gonna be sick. I wonder what cool rival interaction they're gonna have. Alright, let's go. Let's see what happens. They don't have a rival interaction. Super Sonic has no rival interactions. Super Sonic, a character included in the base game, the big chase reward for playing Grand Prix mode like 24 times, and he has no rival interactions! He has voice lines in the game, but they're just copy and pasted from regular Sonic. They don't even have like any effects added to them or anything. It's just the same exact voice lines. I don't think I'm asking for too much. I don't think I'm being petty here, like genuinely. Like, am I an asshole for expecting a character in the base game with the same voice actor as other characters in the base game to have rival interactions, like the main selling point of the game? Dude? Like I said, this game is actually pretty fucking epic. But when I saw this, like, it deflated me, dude. A part of my soul died when I realized that Super Sonic had no unique rival interactions in this Sonic racing game for children. But for real, this is a real hype killer. Like, just look online, and the lack of voices and interactions for the bonus and DLC characters is really like the only one big complaint I see people having for this game. And it really kills my hype, and probably a lot of other people's hype for the future DLC and bonus characters too. Like, alright, no rival interactions, I can honestly understand. Like, I think that's just for Grand Prix anyway, and I'm just a Sonic nerd, so that's like why I care. But no voice lines at all? Like, it's cool that Minecraft Steve is in the game, I guess, but if he has literally zero voice lines, like no sounds for being hit, no sounds for doing tricks, it just makes the character feel like dead, empty, soulless, and it makes it seem like it seems like a lot of other people agree with me too, and a lot of people just kind of don't want to play as those characters. Like, it just feels like you're playing a mod, or like just like it just doesn't feel as good. Like, I love the Yakuza series, but if Ichiban never makes his stupid silly sounds when playing as him, it's just silence. Like, it won't feel good. Like, it just won't feel that fun to play as him. It'll just feel like one of those times where you come, but it just doesn't hit. You know what I mean? The sad, empty, disappointing nut bust. That's what the that's what these bonus DLC characters are.
That's no good.
Alright, see you next time, dude.